Hello everybody and welcome back to City Skylines with me, TW1. We are on the Vanilla City, but we are not doing a Vanilla City episode today. No, instead we are going to be doing an experiment. The experiment premise is very simple. How impactful is public transport on your road network? So we're just going to do a very simple test as we're going around doing some nice cinematics of the Vanilla City. If you haven't seen the series and you feel like checking it out, maybe something has caught your eye that is quite interesting, a link to the series will be in the description. So yeah, let's jump into the experiment and let's try and see what we're going to be testing this episode. So I'm curious to see how important in vanilla public transport can be. So let's come out of this and let's have a little look at the public transport tab on the right hand side. And actually you can see we've got quite a lot going on when it comes to public transport. We've got buses, we've got a tram, which is doing very little at the moment, but it will be doing more in the future. We've got trains that are doing large numbers. We've got ferries that are doing large numbers. And we have got helicopters, as well as cable cars, which are also pushing a good 600 odd people around the city, plus a taxi, which is doing a little bit. That equates to 2,234 people per week. That is the residents, and another 762 tourists. So let's round that up and call that 3,000. That's 3,000 cars that are off the road in this game. And when it comes to this game, traffic is very important. At the moment we have an 85% traffic flow. A couple of hotspot areas. Here's a hotspot, for example, nice and red. Here's another hotspot area. Busy, very busy, not congested though. That is what we want. And it could be said that a lot of this is because of the public transport is taking a lot of pressure off the road, for example. So what I'm going to do, as you've just seen the traffic flow percentage dip up to 86-85%, we're going to call it 85% from this experiment. What I'm about to do is I'm going to go around the city and turn off every single bit of public transport. That's it. I'm going to turn off every single bit of public transport on my city, and then we're going to come back and see how impactful the traffic is and see what the percentage dips down to. We're also going to turn off the football stadium just so it's a fair experiment, so we don't get a massive influx of people trying to come to the football stadium, because that would be unfair. So as you can see, a little cue right here for me. We are now about to go do that, so let's have a little montage of me turning everything off and making sure nothing is up and running right now. So there we go then. All of the public transport has been turned off. I've kept the harbours up and running for the industry stuff because I don't want that to be a part of the experiment. I don't want industry traffic to be affecting this either. So this is with industry going, but how important is public transport? How important is the buses, the trains, the ferries, the cable cars, all of that stuff to get your people in and around? As you can see now, all of these buses are going back to the depot and they are shutting down. So all of these people at their stops are going to have to start finding new ways of getting to work. And all of these people waiting for the trains are going to have to find new ways as well. So let's see how this impacts the traffic. And we are going to quickly sit on this screen. And then we are going to start a good little montage as we run the game at free speed for a good 10-20 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Well, just a quick interjection. Apparently turning off all of the stuff hasn't really affected it because people are still standing there and not particularly going anywhere. So I'm going to go through and delete all of the lines very, very quickly. and hopefully that will help it out. So let's go through and just delete all of these one by one. Luckily I'll just reload the city without it saving, and then I can have all this stuff back in without me doing it. So now we're going to be forcing the people to get in their cars or maybe walk to work instead of using this good public transport, and that will be the way that we do it. All of these sad faces are going in because we are slowly deleting all of the lines. So that's all the buses gone. I'm going to go through the rest of this, so it'll be tram as well, then ferries, and as well as trains as well. So let's get through all of that very quickly. So now all of that is done. Obviously I can't turn off the lines when it comes to cable cars, so they will be running, but with the depots, with the little buildings shut down, I'm not expecting anybody to be going into them anyway, so that shouldn't affect anything. So now we can go back to the traffic mode, and we will leave it for another good 10 minutes to see how this affects the game. So the game has been running for about 20 minutes now. Let's find out what the traffic percentage is going to be at. My guess is it should have gone down about 5%. I'm expecting about 80% minimum, really. That is what you'd expect from public transport. It's a lot more extra cars on the road, a lot more private vehicles, so maybe it should be more than that, maybe 75%. Let's have a little look to see what we are at. We played the game for a good 20 minutes, like I just said, so let's bring this up and let's have a... What? Why is the traffic percentage not changed? Okay, this doesn't make sense at all, does it? Let's have a little look around the city to see if we can find anything that would, disagree with this. So this road right here, for example, is now a lot busier. It does go through waves of being busy because it's one of the main cut-throughs, but that is a bit busier. None of this area seems to be that chock-a-block though. Even with all of this public transport turned up, the city has grown ever so slightly. The money has been fluctuating. The traffic in and around here, steady is best, but it's not mega chock-a-block, is it at all? Same for over here, looks pretty similar. So I think the lesson of today is if you want to come see how to make some good vanilla roads, come watch my vanilla series. Holy moly, I didn't expect this. I expected like 75% hopefully, and then we can talk about how good public transport is. Maybe public transport isn't that good. Maybe it's a bit of a lie. Maybe a good road network is all you need. So yeah, if you want to come see how to build some good road networks and how to make sure your traffic is a-okay in vanilla with a 35,000 population city, you'll have to come check out my series. If you don't, now you know, public transport is not the be-all and end-all. You can do fine with good road systems if you can build your road systems properly. That's stunning. That really is stunning. I'm shocked by that. Well, on that, as Jeremy Clarkson would say, on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Put down in the comments why you think public transport isn't having that much of an impact, and maybe, do you want to see me do the test again, but I turn off the harbours? Do you think the harbours are the main crutches for it, and do you think the industry traffic is the main killer when it comes to traffic? If so, I'm just going to need a couple of guys in the comments to do it, and I will do that to say, hey, do this test again. I'm interested to see how impactful industry stuff is. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been TDavy1, and that was stunning. And as always, guys, peace out.